What's up, Trey? How's it going, man? What's happening, everybody in the chat? What's up, Trey? Alright, let's see. I'm trying to find Seth here on my cell phone, but I don't remember. Sometimes it's hard to find people. Let me see here. Let me see if I can just type his phone number in here. Seth. I'll have to use my phone to text him. Seth. Can you send me a link to your stream so Glenn and I can cast it? What's up, Jordan? Should be playing the Super Bowl after this game right here. We're going to be taking a look here. Just sharing. There we go. Oh, I sent it to the wrong number. Okay. Yep. Send me a link to it, Seth. Let's see if I still have this thing here. There we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's put the blog post up real quick. Boom. Alright, I gotta get Glenn in here. Jump over to the Discord. Let's see. Yashi, are you in the chat? Let me see here. I don't know how to find. How do you go to your direct messages? There it is. Okay. Alright, let me find Glenn here. Alright, let's take a look at the CFM. How do I... Can I start a conversation with multiple people? Alright, I don't know how to, how do I... Let me see. Add friends. Okay, here we go. There we go. Group chat. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to call you on voice here. This will be fun. What's up, Glenn? Can you hear me? Nah, I can't hear you. One sec. That's probably my fault. One sec. Oh, I'm not plugged in. No wonder I can't hear you. My bad. Oh, somebody unplugged my headset. Wonder who that could have been. Interesting. Somebody unplugged my headset. Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes.
All right, sweet. Man, this will be fun. We'll see how this works. All right, we're going to jump into the Air Raid franchise. Now, here's how we'll do this, Glenn. Glenn, we got 3 of us in here, so how do you suggest we do this?
Oh, nice.
You got me, and then you got Yashi, and then you got you.
Hey, what's up, Yashi?
Hey, what's up, Glenn? How you doing, bro?
Good, man, good. So, it depends on how you guys want to do it. So,
X's and O's. Can you guys hear in the chat? Can you guys hear all 3 of us? Can you hear me, Yashi, and Glenn chatting? We'll check that real quick. Now, Yashi, have you played Seth at all on the CFM? Okay. Have you played the Browns? I think he's playing the Browns. Let's take a look at both of their teams here. While they're booting up, let me see if I can find them. Oh, my bad. I got to turn you guys up. There we go. Now they should be able to hear you. Guys, can you hear? Can you hear Glenn and Yashi? Yashi, you and Glenn say something real quick. Do a test or something.
Test 1.
Test 2.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I had you muted for some reason. Okay, so Seth basically has a God Squad. How many 99s does he have on his team? Oh my goodness.
He has a decent amount.
Dang. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 99s. Henry Ruggs is a 98? Oh my goodness. Isaiah Simmons. This guy's team is insane. And he has Lamar Jackson? Dang. All right, Yashi, let's take a look at the... So he has Lamar Jackson. This lineup is crazy. He has Lamar Jackson. He has Jalen Ramsey. And Byron Jones. And
definitely,
Denzel
that
Ward.
Henry Ruggs is going to be very interesting.
99
speed. Utilize him.
99 speed on Henry Ruggs. Wow. Wow, what a team. Wow. Let's take a look at the Browns. On that note. Oh my gosh.
There's not much to say about that. Just a bunch of 99s put together.
Literally. Holy moly. Andy Isabella is a 99? Man, with 97 speed on the Browns? I guess this is what they mean when they talk about ranking their players up. I'm still learning what that even means for CFM. He's got Raheem Mostert at 97 speed. He's got DJ Chark at 95 speed. So definitely not the God Squad of the Jets here. So Seth is definitely going to have the advantage when it comes to the lineup. The one question mark I have is for the Browns. He just has Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. Or Mac Jones, one of those two.
Let's see how you can take advantage of the pressure that Seth is going to provide, because that pressure Seth is going to be sending along with the man coverage behind, it's going to be a tough round for Cleveland to just, stay in the pocket and just throw whatever he needs to throw.
Yeah. That's crazy. Man, he has... Let's take a quick look at the Jets corners.
Hey Cody, are you sharing the screen on the Discord?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Glenn. One second. Let me fix that.
I have to ask that every night, so.
He does have to ask me that.
I'm just totally kidding.
I always forget to do that.
I do have to ask her. I'm like, so what are you talking about again?
Can you see it now?
Hold on a second. Yes. Wait a second. No, I can't actually.
Oh, really? You can't?
Well, hey, hold on a second. Yeah, I can see it. I had to. Yes, I can see it. You've got Jalen Ramsey up.
Yeah, so these are Seth's corners. This is
Okay.
insane. Look at this. He's got Jalen Ramsey, Byron Jones, and Denzel Ward. So I think that's 3. Or Denzel Ward doesn't have an ability? I would have thought he would have an ability. So he has 2 one-step aheads corners. And then, he has Sean Murphy Buntling at free safety. I would definitely put him at cornerback with one-step. He must put him at linebacker or something. He's got Isaiah Simmons. Look at this. Is like the craziest team I've ever seen. Oh,
How did he do that?
This man is a trade
What?
ninja. This is all I know. Like, this guy can trade with the best of them. What's up, Hoodie? We got some spots for you, Hoodie. All right, I think these guys are about to jump in. We'll jump back over here to the gameplay screen for them. And then, Glenn, I'll let you take it away, and then me and Yashi will analyze.
Side. Offensively, can he pull it off? Can he be clutch in the right moment? Is he able to, come out on top when the games are close?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Jets, they're 16-0 for a reason. You're looking at this roster right here. You've got Jalen Ramsey, Byron Jones, Denzel Ward, Isaiah Simmons, Sean Murphy, Buntling. This man has 90-plus speed, but he also has abilities attached to it. So, it's just going to be insanely difficult to score. The one thing we didn't really hit on, though, also, is if you take a look at his right outside linebacker, that's Myles Garrett with 99 overall, 86 speed, and obviously an unstoppable force to deal with. Seth, I think, also did a really good job. He's got some really fast linebackers. He's got Tanner Muse. He's got some other really, really good pass rushers. So, yeah, TJ Watt and Myles Garrett combo is going to be really, really, really good. So I think he's got the upper hand. The question's going to be, it's going to come down to what does the Browns have, offensively and defensively to be able to deal with some of this stuff.
So if you're the Browns, how do you attack this? And I know that you mentioned speed from the Jets. Is it just being patient, using clock? What do you guys think that the Browns have got to do to make this a game and try to pull up the upset?
Well, I think from Cleveland's standpoint, offensively, right, you have the speed to deal with the defensive firepower that the Jets provides. So he's gonna have to consistently run the ball. You're gonna have to ground and pound, 3-4 yards at a time. Chew the clock if you have to, and just work your way up the field. Don't make any crucial mistakes. Don't throw the big play on the first drive. No, you gotta work your way up the field. You have to somehow get into the red zone and find a way to score.
Well, all right. Well, Seth, 16-0. We only have one other undefeated team and user, and that'd be your own Cody at 16-0. I believe it's. Are you 17-0 now?
I think I'm technically 18-0.
Oh, well, excuse me. Yeah, 18-0. No, I'm just kidding.
Biggest thing I want to see is what does Seth's user do? What does Unrated's user do? Like what, are they going to sit in the middle of the field? Are they going to play more in the slot? What do their user do? I'm also going to take a look at the formations. Are they running the same formation every single time on defense? Are they running the same offensive formation, or are they kind of mixing it up, going between multiple sets? Those are a couple things that I'm going to be looking for. Also, I'm going to try to see. Especially if I'm, if I'm going to be playing Seth, I've got to kind of see how these superstar players play, because I've never seen. If you look at my team offensively, I should be okay, because I do have Patrick Mahomes, I do have Julio Jones and Robbie Anderson, and I believe also have Noah Fant now that has an ability. So I have some decent things that I can do offensively to get open. The thing that I'm most concerned about is being able to keep up with Seth's receivers, though, with that 99 speed Henry Ruggs. I'm sure that's going to be tricky. Now, on the Browns side of things, I'm really going to try to see what he does offensively. I think with the fact that he doesn't have a quarterback that, unless Mac Jones has something that I don't know about, I don't think that he has gunslinger, so I think that's going to be really, really big time against him. And so if that's a case, my plan would initially be to play a little bit more zone coverage and allow those zones to be able to break on the balls in situations where his gunslinger won't be able to just zip the ball in between the zone coverages.
We know the whole game, and his zone corners and even his linebackers are putting in the work with their speed and making the open field tackles. I think this game is going to be more about improvising in the moment, right?
Yeah, I think definitely agree with that
Awesome.
on the improvising thing with the Browns. I think they're
Oh,
gonna.
you guys hear me?
Yeah,
It cut off for a
Did you
moment.
cut out a little bit? Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, all right. I hear you guys right now.
Glenn, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I know, Yashi, you were saying it comes down to improvising.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely comes down to improvising. I think bottom line is Cleveland is gonna have to find a way to improvise. When the stuff is not going your way, what are you gonna do when Seth is playing man coverage? What are you gonna do when he sets a curl flat, 20 yards? What's gonna happen when he starts setting his flats 5 yards and starts picking off, these slight little flat routes and curl routes? I think that's the biggest question of this game.
I was looking here at the roster, and if you take a look at Jets, if you take a look on my screen here, um, look at these X factors. Look at how many X factors Seth has put on his, or has been able to build on his roster. We get T.J. Watt, Jalen Ramsey, Lamar Jackson, Rob Gronkowski, Myles Garrett, Kenny Clark, Nick Chubb, Devontae Adams, Isaiah Simmons, Henry Ruggs, Ryan Ramczyk, Sean Murphy Buntling, Zach Martin, Josh Lambo. He's even got an ability kicker. This man has an ability kicker. Byron Jones and Brandon Brooks. This is insane, man. This is insane. The amount of talent that he's been able to assimilate. I mean, you compare that. I don't even know if you guys counted that, but if we could get a count, and then you come over here to the Browns, and we have 5 abilities. It's just insane. And I mean, if you look at my team, my team has 4 abilities. Now, granted, Mahomes is definitely a beast, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man.
What are the abilities? He's got Lamar Jackson as his quarterback. What abilities does he have?
Let me check real quick. I don't know if he has Gunslinger on him. He does. Wow, he has Hot Route Master and Gunslinger on Lamar Jackson. That's huge to me. That is huge.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Does he also have escape artists?
No, he doesn't have escape artist. He just has Gunslinger.
He does have roaming Deadeye, which would be huge for Lamar Jackson.
Yep, he does have roaming on him. He does have quick draw, but he does not have escape artist. So, but still crazy. All right.
Well, I guess pressure is going to be huge for the Browns then, getting pressure, and man, what a challenge.
All right, looks like we're trying to get the game set up here. Seth is checking his lineup. We're going to do some invites, honorary invites into the league here while we're thinking about this. We have some members. I got to pull up a message in the Discord, actually. Let's see if I can find it. It is in our Air Raid PS4 server. We're going to welcome some new members to the CFM as we kind of prepare for next season, which should be pretty cool. Let's see here. We've got a section on the Discord that says open teams. So we have a couple of new teams here. We're going to get filled. One of my man, RC, is going to be rejoining the league, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and do some booting and some different things like that to get this cleaned up. My man RC is going to be back in the league. I'm going to shoot him an invite right now. My man Hoodie is going to be rejoining the league. We know how tough of a player Hoodie is in this football game. So we can get him an invite. Yashi, talk about your season. Kind of recap, kind of what your takeaway was from this season and what you're looking for in the draft next year.
My biggest takeaway from this season was I had no receivers. I mean, I think that was the biggest takeaway. I try to work, my offense in a way where it was, more towards like my tight end and my running back and just running the ball consistently. But, whenever it came down to those long 3rd and 4th down situations, it was very hard for me to even get a 3rd and 7 off at times. But I think the biggest takeaway I'm looking forward to in this draft is probably just acquiring a really great, massive receiver. I'm talking about like a 6'4", 6'5" frame that could basically catch everything out in and out of routes. And probably look forward to a pass rusher as well. I think that's one of the things I was kind of lacking a little bit as well. I had some decent corners. I probably need a third corner as well. But definitely I need some type of pass rusher because most of my opponents, they have too much time just sitting in the pocket doing whatever they please.
Right. Right. 100% agree with that, man. My defense, I don't have any abilities on them. My entire defense literally is just straight up, like it's just straight up speed. That's it. That's all I've got. So, like literally that's it. So I have my corners are all like super low overall, but they're really fast. So I don't know what I'm going to be able to do in the draft. I honestly am thinking though, if just going all out on offense and either getting a lineman or a running back that I could rank up to get the backfield nightmare or backfield mismatch ability on him. Because I feel like I could make my offense literally just unguardable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would have hot route master, so I have and gunslinger, and then I would have route tech on everybody, and my running back would essentially kind of have route tech.
Do you have a decent offensive line by any chance? Like, well, let me not say decent offensive line, like a good left tackle or a right tackle.
I don't see, and that's where I get into trouble. But let's take a look here at the stats. And we can talk through some of the stats here. But if you take a look at, we'll take a look at the individual stats real quick. But if you take a look at the league, overall the whole league here, my team passed for over 1,100 yards more than any other offense in the game.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, Mahomes passed for 6,300 yards. So, I get the ball out pretty quick, but I do. That's where it's like I think I probably should get the lineman, but it's really tempting to get some kind of running back that could just 93 speed, like an Aaron Jones type of running back would be perfect for me.
Yeah, I think that's pretty true. I think having a running back is key as well. But I don't know. You may need a offensive lineman, and maybe try to like pick one up and just develop him over time, and get some type of like superstar trait on him or something. Just because you don't want to run into a situation where you have somebody with edge threat or two edge threats for that matter, and you try to double team one and the other one's coming off the edge hitting you in like 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. Yep. Well, see, you get this. Julio Jones had over 2,000 yards receiving this year, which is unheard of. But Seth, with Henry Ruggs, had 1,700 yards. So, pretty good. This Atwell from Louisville for the Colts had over almost 1,500 yards receiving. And then George Kittle had 1,400 just as a tight end for you.
Yeah, I was abusing him all year. All season, I was abusing him. I mean, that was the only massive target I had besides Coleman.
And then looks like Seth led the league in interceptions. Sadly, I'm second. But he did have Isaiah Simmons, so guess that is what it is.
I wonder who had the most turnovers, or like what is that called?
The fumbles?
Fumbles and defensive interceptions.
I don't know how you look at that. Let's see here. Forced fumbles. Here we go. So most forced fumbles were Quan Alexander from the Steelers or Shaq Barrett. They both had 3. And then my guy, Caden Stearns, my rookie prodigy, had a grand total of 2 forced fumbles and 2 picks on the season. This guy is a young gem from Abilene Christian.
That is crazy.
But yeah. All right, well, it looks like the Browns are not getting back to Seth here. So what we'll do is we'll call a little bit of an audible. So here's what I was going to do. Hoodie has been wanting to get a game in for a while. So Yashi, would you and Glenn be willing to commentate or cast a game between Hoodie and myself?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That cool? All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself, and I'll get the game set up with Hoodie, and then you guys can cast and talk some Madden.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, so Yash, you're going to do a little bit of an audible here, if you will. Cody's going to play Hoodie in the Madden game. And Yashi, I have never played Hoodie. I'm sure you have. What kind of offense does he like to run, if you know, and what could we expect from this game?
Personally, to be honest, I've actually never played Hoodie. But from what I've heard, is that he does have a balanced attack. He's all about, taking what the defense gives him. You give him a big gap up the middle, he's gonna run the ball straight up the gut. You expose the left side with, less defenders, he's gonna throw a little flat route to the left side. He's a very balanced attack offense. Defensively, to be honest, I have no clue what he runs. But I think the biggest question is he gonna keep up with Cody's offensive firepower, right? Cody, is known for his passing attack. And, is he gonna, throw away the game? Is he gonna be consistent in the clutch? I think that's the biggest question I have between Cody and Hoodie in this game.
And Yash, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Cody's offense definitely has the ability to be a quick firing offense, right? Can score very quickly. And you got to think that this gives the edge to Cody, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. I think the biggest edge that Cody has right now is just his offensive capability of being able to adjust on the fly, being able to notice, what coverages, the defense is running. Cody's very methodical in how he approaches offense, right? He sees a 20-yard, curl flat towards the left side of the hash. He knows he could get a 30-yard corner above that curl flat. It's little methodical things like that that makes Cody's offense even greater than a normal offense that you see out there. I think the question with Cody is defensively, is he gonna stick with his cover 4 quarters out of nickel 3-3-5 wide, or is he gonna run a little bit more match coverage, going into cover 3 and corner blitzes, because he has a tendency to switch around defensively. I just want to see him, stay consistent on the defensive end.
Josh, you kind of talk about that. You talk about consistency. How important is it to find that consistency defensively and maybe even offensively as well? But I think he's done that offensively. But how critical is it defensively to do that and to stay consistent?
Oh, it's a huge thing. I know personally for me, defense is something I strive on, right? Defensively,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be keen on your opponent's tendencies. Any little thing, whether it's flat routes, corner routes, seam routes, post routes, crossers, you have to keen in on tendencies, because once it gets into halftime, you got 2 quarters left. And in those 2 quarters, you got to make the adjustments.
Well, all right, we're going to get ready to get set, Cody and Hoodie going at it. Cody will kick the ball off first, and the ball will come down as Hoodie will fair catch at the 17. And Yoshi, kind of what are you looking for here on this first series from Hoodie?
Well, I'm looking to see if Hoodie's gonna, just go on a ground attack. Right now he's actually going to the depth chart for whatever, and seems like he quits out the game. Cody, but I guess they probably somebody misclicked on the playbook or uniforms or something like that as we get back into the series real quick.
Yeah, we want to thank you. Yeah, want to thank you all for joining us here. Glenn Shaw here along with Yoshi. Cody playing Hoodie here in just a moment. We were going to do the AFC Championship game between Seth, who plays with the Jets, and the Browns, but unfortunately, they were not able to get connected. So we're going to go here on Audible. And I wanted to go back to something, Yoshi, that you said with consistency. Is it something that you have to practice and go in lab with to find that consistency, or is it something you got to play live with to make sure it works from in a real game?
I believe I take an approach of 80% in game, 20% live, right?
Mm-hmm.
20% of there's only so much you can do in practice mode, and there's so much that you can replicate. So what I tell players, or even newcomers and people who are just trying to figure out, what do I want to run on defense? What do I want to run on offense? Stick to something that you enjoy running. Okay, that means I form wing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the greatest formation. It doesn't have the great passing concepts out of it. But if you're keen in on running to the ball, then that's something that you should work with. Yeah, as we get into this game, and the Packers just received the ball.
Yep, Cody getting the ball first this time, Yoshi, as in the previous game he was kicking off. So getting ready to get this set up, and here comes Cody setting up his audibles, setting up his subs here in the gun bunch. Yoshi, right quick before we get into the first play of the game, what makes this gun bunch so hard to defend?
Oh, definitely the inside slot receiver. The third receiver actually from the left tackle. Usually when you're playing man-to-man, the free safety over top is usually the one covering, so it gives you free releases off the line of scrimmage.
All right, play action as Rodgers is going to roll out. He's going to throw a pass complete to Tunyon right across the middle in the delay of fade, and Yoshi right there opens up in gun bunch, and the delay fade is wide open.
Oh, man, that delay fade is such a huge issue. I mean, just dealing with it on a constant basis, you have to put a 3-ruck up there if you're going to have to defend that.
So 1st and 10 from the 47. And again, play action, rolls right as Rodgers. He's got that roaming dead eye. Got some time pressure coming, knocks him out of bounds at the 49, so a loss of 2. So Yoshi right there, a great answer there by Hoodie defensively.
Yeah, right there you see he actually had a defender in the vicinity of that delay fade. I'm really surprised to see if he put a 3-rec hook out there.
Back to passes Rodgers, quick out to Scantling, and it's complete to the 34. So after the loss of 4, he gets that and more and gets a first down.
Let's see if Cody tries.
Go ahead, Yoshi.
Yeah, let's see if Cody tries to stick out with the delay fade and just see if he consistently runs it.
He doesn't have to that time, as he's got a pass complete across the middle to Tavon Austin. I say across the middle like an underneath route. And here we go with the no-huddle quick from Cody. And we just started the game. For just joining us, it's Hoodie and Cody. Cody with the Packers. Back to passes Rodgers. Going to throw a quick out. It's going to be complete to Scantling to the 5.
Oof. Did you see that heater going to the corner? I mean, if you're Hoodie, you got to find some way to delay that corner route. It's very hard to guard. It gets into a really nice, precious zone area of the field where it's neither a curl flat nor a 20-yard flat route could cover it. You got to find some way to deal with it if you're Hoodie.
That gunslinger by Rogers makes it dangerous. A stretch play going to Williams. It goes up the middle, and he scores! Touchdown Packers, touchdown Cody. And Yoshi, just like that, Cody's on the board with 6.
Nice adjustment by Cody. Usually Cody's the type, he likes to pass, even in the red zone. But this time he actually goes to I-form wing, which is really unexpected. I think Hoodie was caught off guard by that, definitely.
That's what makes it so dangerous. With a no huddle, he was right to under center. As I agree with you, I think Yoshi thought it was going to be pass, and he caught him off guard. So Hoodie now getting the ball and just going to take it out of bounds wisely. So Yoshi, here comes Hoodie offensively as he's got to answer that touchdown. What a beautiful first possession it was for Cody.
Yeah, definitely. And if I was Hoodie right now, Hoodie, he needs to establish the ground game. Get Cody out of this zone type defense. Prevent him from doing what Cody wants defensively. You work the run game, the passes get easier, especially with the play action passes, the streaks, and the post down the middle as well.
You hear about a defense putting pressure on the offense. It can go the same way, right? Like what you just said, the offense can put pressure on the defense. And I'm guessing what you're saying is Hoodie can do just that by running the football.
Yes, definitely. Because what Cody likes to do defensively is he likes to have a lot of safeties and corners out on the field. But what happens is in a situation like the near close, which Hoodie just run down the middle for about a yard, he's forced to run commit and is forced to shoot gaps that you just don't like to engage on because of the weaker box scenario.
So just like you said, a 1 yard gain as Hoodie run that gun split here in the shotgun. We'll see what happens, and he's going to audible out of that. Hoodie likes to run the football. 2nd and 9 from the 27. And here comes Mahomes back to pass, going to swing it out to Edwards-Helaire, and he's got it complete to the 31. And it seems like already Hoodie's going to mix up the run and pass, Yoshi.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very awkward swing route, actually. It seemed like no zone covered it properly. I don't know if Cody had set some zone coverage adjustments, probably 20 yards in the curls or flat routes. But let's see how you adjust to Hoodie running the ball.
So here we go. Under center, back to passes. Mahomes thought he might run it. This time he's going to pass it. Out pass, it's going to be caught. No, it's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off by Darnell Savage. And just like that, a turnover is committed. And that is not something you want to do if you were Yoshi. If you're a Hoodie, Yoshi.
Yes, definitely. See, and this is the problem that you run into with Cody, right? Defensively, he's not going to give you all the short stuff, as he scrambles out towards the drag route and throws it. And it's just very, very hard defensively. I mean, offensively for Hoodie to get something going, especially when you have the defense zone adjustments from Cody.
And Cody, 1st and 10 from the 30, moving the ball again very methodically here on this drive as well. About to pass quick out to Scantling. It's complete. Nice work to stay in bounds and gets it up to the 16.
Nice flat route. That's just a quick read towards the flat. It's very hard to guard. You got to dedicate some hard flats over there if you're Hoodie to guard that route.
That route's been open pretty much all week long for Cody. So he's going to motion Austin over to the right. We'll see what Hoodie's got in store defensively. Back to passes. Rogers, he's got some time. He's getting pressured. He's moving around. He's going to get sacked as he loses a yard. Great defense there by Hoodie. And a quick no huddle with a loss of 1 2nd and 11. Motioning Austin over to the right. Back to passes, Rogers. He's got some time. Still no pressure. And he's going to be sacked again in the backfield to the 24. And a loss of 7. Yoshi, Hoodie stepping up defensively.
Yes, definitely. Hoodie is actually running some man coverage right now. He's catching Cody off guard. The fact that, Devontae Adams' route technician is actually not getting open for whatever reason. So it seems like Cody's getting flustered.
Back to pass and a quick swing out to a little lagging there. I'm guessing he did. He got 9 yards, so 4th and 8. So Cody will kick a field goal, and it'll be up and good. Yoshi, you got to think right there. That's a victory for Hoodie to keep him to 3.
Well, it goes both ways, right? Cody does get a field goal. He stops him, and Hoodie, stops him for 3. But offensively, if you looked at Hoodie's offense, it didn't look pretty on that first drive. I want to see him stick to the run game. Cody's defense struggles against stronger formations like big tight end wings and gun wing slots. Anything involving tight ends and fullbacks on the field. So definitely, I want to see Hoodie run the ball a little bit more out of iPhone Pro or some near Pro.
And here we go with running the ball is Edwards-Helaire up the middle to the 26. So only a gain of 1 there. And just like Yoshi mentioned, wanting to see him run the ball, looks like Hoodie might be taking that advice as the first play. He runs the football only for 1 though. But Yoshi, if you're Hoodie, that's okay, right? You just want to chip away, play your game. Don't let Cody's defense dictate what offense to run.
Yes, definitely. You want to chip away at each yard.
He throws back to pass. He gets a beat to Kelsey. Yeah, he looked like that was bagged, but he only gets a gain of 2. So not a big pickup there for Hoodie. He goes back under center. This time play action. Mahomes roaming to the right. Going to throw it out. He's got to complete to Kelsey. So back-to-back plays. Kelsey comes up big. Yoshi.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hoodie's establishing the run, getting the corner routes open to Kelsey. This is how you establish to prevent Cody from doing what he wants defensively.
Motioning Hill to the right. Again, he's going to hand the ball off. This time he's got a great run, a great hole, great vision, and able to get up to the 43. Short of the first down, Yoshi goes right back to the run game.
Yes, that run was so lethal. That counter towards the left side is very, very lethal, especially if you get a motion off.
And he hands the ball up to Edwards-Helaire, gets hit, and just rumbles, tumbles, and stumbles to the 42. 1st and 10. So back under center in the I form goes Hoodie. Play action. Boy, what a huge play there. Yoshi, pressure coming up the middle. Yeah, they were to pick it up, but still a great defensive play there by Cody.
Ooh, he is so lucky that wasn't a pick. It looks like the flat was really right there about a pick off or a pick 6. We need to see Hoodie go for a good pass right here to get some yards down the field.
2nd and 10 at the 42 is Hoodie. Audibles at the line. Been mixing some run and some pass. Back to pass is Mahomes. Pressure coming from the left side. He's going to throw. He's going to be picked off once again. And Holloman gets it up to the 46. And Yoshi, back-to-back turnovers for Hoodie.
See, this situation, I do agree with him passing. The only problem is there was not enough spacing in the field to get that pass off. And on top of that, you had edge threat to Darius Smith coming off the edge, making it very uneasy for him.
Rolling out to the right is Rodgers. Going to throw across the middle of the delay fade. Is complete to Robert Tonyan. He looked like he might have fumbled there, but he doesn't. Gets up to the 33 and back in business goes Cody.
I'm surprised he didn't fumble right there. That's crazy. Usually in those situations, that I usually cough up the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I guess it just depends on what Madden 21 wants you to do that play. But again, like you said, fortunate for Cody, he's able to keep the ball. So as we hit the 2-minute warning, 10-0's a score. Cody up by a couple possessions. Scantling motions left. Back to passes. Rodgers, and there he goes straight to Scantling. What a move! Juke and a missed tackle, and he gets up to the 18. Yoshi, that was a sick little stick move there by Cody.
Getting sticky, Cody. Getting sticky across the field. Let's see him working his way down to the red zone.
Rodgers back to pass. Going to throw across the middle. It's going to be almost picked off, as it looked like he was going for Devontae Adams. And Yoshi, great defense there by Hoodie.
Yes, great defense to prevent that touchdown. If I'm Cody, you got to stay reserved. It's only 2nd and 10. Take your time getting down the field. You're right there in the red zone. Don't cough up the situation right here.
That's right. He has a chance to go up big. A turnover would be huge for Hoodie. Back to passes, Rodgers. over the middle is complete, and it was wide open. It was Vanda Scantling. Touchdown. Yoshi, you couldn't draw it up better than that.
What a route by Cody. I mean, it's very hard dealing with the middle routes over the field. You know, you got the post route, you got the slant over the middle, you got the out route towards the left side, and it just looks like Hoodie just forgets about the post route going over the middle.
Yeah, great route combos for sure. So Yoshi, right before the next play, let's talk about that. How important is it for those route combos and getting it just right offensively?
Oh, very important, because the biggest takeaway offensively is you want to have enough spacing for each of your receivers, right? If you clog up the lane too much, you're not going to get proper passes off.
Long pass downfield. It's got to complete to Watkins, and just like that, Hoodie answers on the first play of this possession and a huge touchdown. Yoshi, you talked about throwing the ball. I think he heard you.
Definitely, and Cody with some broken coverage right there at a cover match 4 quarters. He needs to deep half that area, or else he's going to keep getting burnt by Sammy Watkins. That's one of the lethal things about running cover 4 match. Okay, it's not consistent in which safety matches with which receiver. If I'm Cody in that situation, you got to play a little bit more safer, play some zone coverage. Don't give up the big play. You just brought Hoodie right back into this game.
Sure did, and a huge answer there by Hoodie. So what a way to get back in the game. Now for Hoodie, it's about standing the ground on defense. Cannot let Cody score here as Hoodie gets the ball first in the second half. So 17-7, play action. Rolling right is Rogers going to throw a dot to Tavon Austin, and he gets out of bounds. So Hoodie, a big pickup there for Cody, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, very nice crossing route right there towards the drag. Let's see if Cody's able to go back to this flat in the left side again.
And it looks like that's exactly where he wanted to go. It was bagged. Throws over the middle to Robert Tunyon, who gets it complete to the 44, so a gain of 7. And here comes the quick no huddle. 2nd and 3. Play action. Rogers rolls right. He's going to throw a long pass. It's going to go to Adams. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 2. And Yoshi, another huge play offensively by Cody.
If you're a Hoodie right there, you cannot be playing man coverage against the PA boot over against the bunch tight end. It's very hard to guard every single route, especially flooding towards the right side. You have Devontae Adams with route tech. It's very easy for him to get open.
Run up the middle is going to be for no gain, so a great stop there by Hoodie. And that gun bunch is basically Cody would love to see man out of the gun bunch.
Oh, yes, definitely. And you know what? What I'm liking about Cody right now is he's not sticking to the gun bunch in the red zone. He's switching to the I-form wing, and he runs stretch to the right side. And it's a touchdown by Cody. What a great drive by Cody.
Great job by Cody, and he increases the lead to 23-7, pinning the field goal to go up by 17. Up and good. And Yoshi, just like that, what Hoodie couldn't afford was to give up a touchdown right before the half.
And real quick question, Glenn. Did Cody or did Cody or Hoodie get the ball first?
So Cody got the ball first. So Yoshi, well, yeah, we both are doing that, aren't we? Hoodie will get the ball first in the second half. So, and that was my whole point. If Hoodie was able to get a stop there, go into the half down 17-7, come out of the second half and get a touchdown, it's a touchdown game. Now it's not going to be that. Mahomes back to pass, but he's got a dot here to Tyreek Hill. He's able to stay in bounds, Joshy, to the 10-5 touchdown Hoodie. And just like that, when you thought things couldn't get better for Hoodie, he is able to strike with 1 second to go on the play clock.
Cody, what are you doing? You cannot be playing match coverage in this situation with literally 10 to 12 seconds left in the second quarter. You have to be playing zone coverage. You have to be sending everybody deep up the field. Don't give up the big play. Again, Cody's leaving Hoodie in this game, and it's going to get to a point where Hoodie might make a momentum swing in this second half.
Well, he definitely has a chance to do that. Back-to-back offensive possessions with big-time touchdowns and big passes. So if you're Hoodie here, you got to play safe from the back end, and that's exactly what he's doing. 1 second to go, and we have a ball game, folks. There's no doubt about that. Back to passes, Rogers rolls right, got some time. And he's just going to throw it downfield, and it's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off by Mathau, and let's see if he's able to run away. And he's not going to be able to, but he's able to pick it off. And Yoshi, here we go in the second half, only down 10. This is a huge chance for Hoodie to get back into this football game.
Yes, definitely. And if I'm Hoodie, you gotta love the situation you're in right now, right? You were
100%.
down by 17, right? You just scored at the end of the half, and now you're only down by 10. Your goal right now, Hoodie, come away with a score, field goal, touchdown, whatever it is. You come back down the field, you're back in this game.
One thing that Hoodie does not want to do here is turn over the football. His first 2 possessions were interceptions. Yoshi, his last 2, touchdowns. Big difference in this football game, no doubt, are the turnovers. 1st and 10 for Hoodie as we start the second half. Play action. He's got some time. He's going to go deep again, and it's going to be complete to Tyreek Hill. And play number 1 of the first half is a touchdown. Hoodie scores again, and Yoshi, it seems like Cody might not have the answer right now for Hoodie's offense.
Oh my goodness, Cody again with the match coverage out of cover 4 quarters, I believe. You cannot be giving that up. Cover 4 quarters, what happens is the free safety and the strong safety tend to play match against the farthest receiver. The only problem is when it's Tyreek Hill going over the middle, there's nobody keeping up with Tyreek Hill in the game. So very, very surprising on Cody's end to just give that up so easily.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill with 99 speed and just a deep threat for no doubt about it. So 24-21. Hoodie closes the score to 3. And Hoodie needs a huge stop here offensively. Play action as Rogers rolls to the right. He's going to throw it, and he's going to dot to, was it Tavon Austin? Yes, to the side of the 45. And Yoshi Cody trying to pick up some momentum of whatever's there left for him.
If I'm Cody right now, you gotta score somehow. The momentum is on Hoodie's side. You want to dissipate that real quick.
Back to passes Rogers. He motions scanning out to the left. Going to throw it across the middle to Robert Tunyon. He's got it complete. And he takes it up to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and now he's in Chiefs territory. And just like that, Cody making a move offensively. Play action. Rolling right is Rogers. He's going to throw a long pass. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Devontae Adams. And a dangerous wide receiver threat. We were just talking about Tyreek Hill, Yoshi. And Devontae Adams is just as dangerous as it proves. Nobody there. Hoodie gives up a long touchdown.
Yeah, right there. Hoodie is trying to zone adjust his man coverage in that situation. The only problem is the deep halves on that field, you're going to have to leave it there or else Devontae Adams is going to get over top. Nobody's covering Devontae Adams one-on-one. So very, very poor defense by Hoodie. Great offense by Cody. And the momentum is now shifted. I want to see what Hoodie's going to do right now. Is he going to keep going deep to expose this match coverage that Cody's trying to use?
Yeah, 31-21. So Cody back up by 10. Now we're just going, it's just an offensive battle. About to pass is Mahomes. Got some time. He's got a guy wide open. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know if Amos was going to get it or not. But it's complete to Watkins. Yeah, to the 47. Yoshi, that looked very close.
Yes, very, very close. I mean, I'm surprised he even got the ball off. I thought he was pretty much sacked at that point.
So under center goes back Mahomes. Back to pass. As he's got some time, rolls right, very quick. Nothing there, just throws it away. Wise decision as pressure was coming. And Yoshi, the last thing that Hoodie wants is a turnover and get sacked and force long field position for him.
Yeah, if I'm Hoodie right now, if I'm Hoodie right now, I definitely want to keep taking the flats as he gets that 5-yard gain from the flat route, and just keep running the ball down the middle. Cody's leaving it wide open for him, and let's just see how he approaches this drive.
Your 3rd and 3 at the 47. Under center, he's going to go back to pass again. He's got some time, rolls left. He's just going to use Mahomes' legs. He gets it out. He fumbles the ball, and we talked about turnovers. He couldn't afford it, and Will Redmond picks it up, or excuse me, Holloman. And just like that, the 3rd turnover of the day. And you got to think, Yoshi, that might be the straw that broke the camel's back as a huge turnover for Hoodie.
You cannot be turning over the ball in this situation. You are down by 10. You're still in the ball game. You had a great momentum swing, and you just cannot be giving that up.
Rodgers rolling right. He's got time. He's going to throw it over. He's got to complete to Tavon Austin. And trying to break tackle, he can't. Gets it up to the 33. Tavon Austin's been a little bit of a weapon today.
Yeah, and what was interesting what Cody is doing as he's rolling out, he's playmakering him up the field to get that weird angle.
Nice defense there by Hoodie and the Chiefs as he's trying to get it to Robert Tunyon, and it's knocked away, so forces a 2nd and 10 here with 1:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. Play action. Rodgers stands in the pocket. He's got some time. Here comes the pressure. He's sacked. Back to the 38. So Hoodie getting some pressure when he needed it. 3rd and 15. And Cody trying to increase the lead, but Hoodie's having none of that right now. Back to passes is Rodgers, and he throws it out to Aaron Jones. A nice pickup there, Yoshi, for Cody's. It brings up a manageable 4th and 4.
Yeah, definitely. I see what Cody's trying to do right here. You just try to take the underneath flat. You get as much yards as you need to in that play, and now you make it 4th and manageable as he's trying to go for it right here and go for a devastating blow.
Yeah, if he scores here, I think it definitely would be devastating. Motions back to the left is Adams. And motions him back right with 7 seconds to go in the play clock. Back to pass is Rodgers. Quick out. Dawson, he's got to complete, and he gets it down to the 18-yard line. So a great pickup there, Yoshi, as he's marching towards the end zone.
See, and what Cody did right there was he kept motioning over to see if it's man or zone, as he's doing right now. He's just trying to pick and choose which routes to go to.
And he gets a complete to Vanna Scantling. It looked like there, Yoshi, that Hoodie was trying to bring a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to get Cody out of his comfort zone, out of his offense, you're going to have to bring in pressure. You're going to have to bring in 6, 7, even 8 if you have to. Got to get him out of his comfort zone. Got to make him work for those yards. Can't keep giving up these yards so easily.
So back to Bass. Bridge coming in the middle is going to leave a man wide open, and it's Robert Tunyon in the back of the end zone. And touchdown, Cody. And Yoshi, just like that, the lead's increased out to 17 again. But like you said, Hoodie brought a lot of pressure there. It was picked up, and it left a man wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, definitely. And what Hoodie did was great, right? Sending the pressure. The only problem is you cannot be playing zone coverage in this scenario. If you're gonna stick with the pressure, play man. Just because you're gonna have a broken coverage up top with your zone coverage adjustments. So you can't be, sending 6 or 7 at a time and thinking that all your zones are gonna play accordingly. There's always gonna be that one person open, and given the fact that Aaron Rodgers has gunslinger, it makes it easier for Cody to accomplish that.
So here we go, down 38-21. If you're Hoodie, you got to score quick here if you want to get back in this game. Back to pass to Mahomes. Got some time. He's going to roll. He's going to throw a deep pass into double coverage. Wow. He was fortunate. That pass should have been intercepted, Yoshi. I'm not sure how he didn't come down with that.
It seems like Cody got the EA gods on his side, and and it's fine. As Hoodie tries to roll out, and he gets swatted by, is that Barry Nickerson or Jairi Alexander?
It looked like that was Nickerson. So here we go. Yeah, go ahead, Yoshi.
If I'm Hoodie, you got to work your way up the field. You're still in this game, right? You gotta work your way up the field. You're only down by 17. You get a quick score, you're back in it.
Yeah, it brings up 4th and 10. So if he doesn't get this, it's going to look really bleak for him to get back in this game. Play action. He's got some time. And he's going to try to go through. He's going to throw deep, and it's going to be knocked away. And the turnover on downs. And just just so quickly as he got the ball, he gives it away. And Yoshi just doesn't look good now for Hoodie.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm Cody at this point, it seems like he's just testing out his bunch tight end and trying to see how much more yards and passes can you throw at Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. And he throws another quick out to Madden Scantling. Again, that pass has been open pretty much all game. So 4:06 to go in the game and counting as he motions over Austin to the right, audibling at the line. Back to pass is Rodgers. Got some time. He's going to go deep. He's got a man there. It's going to be Austin. It's going to be a touchdown, Packers. And Yoshi, this offense is starting to turn up the heat.
Yeah, definitely. And, you got to feel bad for Hoodie in that situation, right? He actually had that corner route guarded. The only problem is it went towards the sideline, and then the route bounced off the sideline, and it worked its way up the field. So, if you're Hoodie, you can't be upset about that. You just got to worry about the fact that you can't control certain zones like that.
So 45-21, Cody up by 24. And just think about this, Yoshi, about 10 minutes ago, the game was a 3-point game.
It goes to show how crazy Cody's offense is. It's very hard to handle. And, I just want to see Cody, work on his cover 4 match defense. It got blown apart a good 2 to 3 times this game. And just want to see him play more conservative when he's up with the lead.
45-21 is a score. Got to throw it quick. He's going to throw it away quickly. That pressure was honing down on him. Very fortunate to get that ball away as Cody's pressure was raining down on Patrick Mahomes. So 2nd and 10, 3:18 to go. Hoodie with the ball, trying to, just from a pride standpoint, make this a more respectable game than what it shows on the scoreboard. Audibling at the line. Again, making some changes. Back to passes. Mahomes, quick throw to Watkins. It looked like a little wide receiver screen. He only gets 4 yards out of that play. Brings up a 3rd and 7. And Yoshi, I think right here you're just seeing Hoodie just to try to get as much as he can on this drive.
I feel like what Hoodie's doing right here is he's trying to figure out, he knows that he can't get back into this game. There's not that much time left on the clock. But I think what he's trying to figure out really is, how is this match coverage, playing my receivers? Why is it, when I put a streak up the top, the strong safety is covering my receiver, but, some of my out routes are, fully bagged. And he's just trying to figure out, for future reference, how to deal with this in the future. And it's not a bad part on Hoodie's end just to get more information out of this type of defense because it's very annoying to deal with.
It almost turns into a lab session, right? I mean, you're just trying to learn about your offense, learn about the defense you're facing.
Yeah, definitely. From Hoodie's side, when something's out of reach, I mean, it's out of reach. There's no way you can score, 28 points, that quickly. And I mean, unless Cody were to give it up, which
he'll still continue to throw it though. There's no doubt about it. So we say that Hoodie definitely has a chance for it. Hoodie just scores a touchdown, now going for 2, tries to throw it over the middle and it's incomplete. So 27-45. But Yoshi, Cody, he's going to continue to throw that football. He likes to throw the pit skin around, no doubt.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he does that just because, one, it's always good to get more practice reps with your offense, right?
Right.
Now, given the situation that come this weekend in the Madden Classic, I doubt Cody will be doing this. He will be chewing the clock. he
Yeah.
will definitely be playing for the W. Because in any given situation, when the money is on the line, bragging line, you want to get that W as quickly as possible. You want to make it as short as possible for your opponent.
Yeah, that right. The strategy changes. He throws a laser over the top. It's complete to Austin to the 15. He scores. I was backwards. Either way, he ends up in pay dirt, and the lead increases to 51-27. So we talked about him throwing the pigskin around. 2 plays later, he scores, Yoshi.
Yeah, definitely. It goes to show this bunch tight end defense is so hard to defend. I mean, for somebody to defend this really head on, what you really have to do is you got to either play some type of match coverage out of cover 4, or you got to heavy blitz somebody, right? So what you want to do is you want to have everybody manned up, and out of bunch tight ends, since you have a tight end and a halfback in the backfield, right? More than likely, the offense is going to block those two receiving it. The only way to get to them is sending 7. So that's how lethal this bunch tight end offense is, because it's so hard to get the type of pass coverage that you want that you're forced to send the blitz.
Here comes Mahomes, empty backfield, about to pass as Mahomes. And great point there by Yashi. He throws, he fumbles, and Rashawn Gary misses falling on the ball, so the Chiefs will get the ball back. So the Madden gods on Hoodie's side here in the last 120 to go in the game. But that could have been an easy recovery for the Packers, Yashi.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at this point, it seems like these two are just trying to, mess around and figure out their offenses and defenses. But, if I was Hoodie, definitely the biggest takeaway you got to take away from this game is you were doing fine running the ball, right? You ran it you're only getting 2-3 yards a down, but that's okay. You want to make it 3rd and manageable, right? You want to force Cody in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 situations to play flat routes or little curl routes so that you can bomb them deep with Tyreek Hill.
And he was doing that earlier in the game, and it looks like Cody might have adjusted his defense. I think he was listening to you, Yashi. So 52-27 to go in the game. He's going to throw a long pass, and it's going to be almost picked off by Alexander. Not able to come down with it. It's 38 seconds to go. 52-27 the score. Cody's got the game well in hand. But as Yoshi has said, they're just trying to kind of get a feel of what this offense is going against. See if they can find a way to find some cracks in this defense. He throws it long, and it's going to be picked off this time. Perry Nickerson is able to snag the ball, and he'll be taken down to 20 and out to the 30-yard line. And I'm pretty sure the fat lady has left the building. 52-27, and Yoshi, really impressive football game there by Cody.
Yeah, definitely. And what was so great about it was the offensively, right? Just Cody did not make too many mistakes offensively. He almost had it to go out of hand from going into the second quarter, but he got back in the rhythm going into the second half. And I think for Cody, what you got to realize is offensively you're amazing. You know what you're doing. You gotta stay consistent in that area. If I'm Cody, I'm going to want to lab up that match coverage defense a little bit more, just because this coming weekend, the Classic, you're going to run into a lot of people out of the meta offenses. I'm talking about gun bunch tight end, which is what he's running. You're going to run into a lot of gun tight end offset. You're going to run into a lot of I-form close, strong close. You gotta make sure that these match coverage schemes are up to par, because one little streak route, one little mess up, one little 15-yard curl that was supposed to match onto a crossing tight end isn't gonna, look right against certain formations.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And for those who didn't know, Cody did did get out of last weekend. He qualified, and so he has some games coming this weekend. Hopefully, you'll join us there for that. But exactly, and I'm sure he'll be in the lab this week trying to get that fixed. Back to passes, Rogers. Quick out. It's going to be caught. No, it's not. Incomplete, and that's the end of the game. As Cody wins over Hoodie, 52-27. And Yoshi, thank you so much for joining me, man. That was a lot of fun for sure. It definitely made it a lot better.
GG.
Especially with your knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime, Glenn. Anytime.
You guys hear me okay?
Unfortunately. No, I'm totally kidding. Yes.
How's everybody doing after that one?
No, that was great, actually.
Yeah, Cody,
pretty good, huh?
Yeah, Cody, talk about that defensively. I'm sure you were able to hear our commentating, and Yoshi was able to bring up some great points. What did you feel like those 3 touchdowns that Hoodie was able to get? What do you feel like caused you some problems there to where they were just so easy for Hoodie to be able to take advantage of?
I blew some coverages. I think that's obvious. He did a good job. He had some routes that I hadn't seen yet. Just from an offensive perspective, Tyreek Hill makes everything better than it probably actually is. So you have to know that point when you're playing the Chiefs. If you're going to run match coverage, the first one that he got me with was, I think it was in strong close, and he ran a play. I can't remember I want to say it was the play wide trail from strong close, but I'm not 100% sure. Might have been another play. But I took the inside quarter on that side from the cover 4, and I was trying to test out a run defense because I thought he was going to run the ball on me, and he ended up throwing it, and my quarter was just nowhere near. So Naomi, I am actually logging onto Xbox just so that I can play you. So yes, you can. So it was a busted coverage. That's what it comes down to, and I shouldn't have pulled that safety out of that zone, but. Tyreek Hill is tough to guard. He had the one at the end of the half I was testing out a new match coverage, and to Yashi's point, I definitely shouldn't have been match coverage at the end of the half. There's just so much that can go wrong in that situation, but also, but also the other thing is that I've got to be careful with that specific match coverage. I didn't know that a post route could just kill it, So anyway,
all right.
Those were 2 of them, and then I can't remember. Did he get 3 or did he only get 2?
I believe he got
3. Yeah.
I can't remember the other one. The other one was the end of the half, and I think Tyreek Hill just beat the press, which is another issue I'm still trying to work out in that defense. It's like good about 99% of the time, and there's that 1% of the time that just goes crazy. So anyways, got to be better about that. But yeah, that was
all right, man.
That was that. Offensively, I felt like we looked pretty solid. I don't think did we get stalled at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah, offense was playing really good. But
yeah, I think the only thing that you kicked the field. I'm trying to think. Let's see. You had 1 field goal, or did you have 2? I think just 1.
I think I had 1 field goal because I didn't want to. I think it was.
That's right. You went for 2.
Throw it or something. Yeah.
That's what it was.
So yeah, that was a fun game though. Hoodie's a really, really innovative offensive player, defensive player. So I'm excited to see what he comes back with tomorrow. He said he wants to play tomorrow. So really, really like to. Really like playing him. So, anyways, do you guys have time to stick around and do this next game, or do you guys have to take off?
I probably need to take off just to rest my voice a little bit. But okay. I really enjoyed Yoshi. Yoshi, you're more than welcome to stay on for sure. And Yoshi, I don't know if you're even open on Saturday to want to do this with me, with Cody, if Cody is okay with that. But I really enjoyed that very much, man. So thank you so much for doing it with me.
Oh, definitely, anytime, bro. I would love to do it on Saturday. The only problem is I'm in the classic myself. So.
Well, I mean, there's a for sure way to do that. Just quit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Also, Yashi, when I'm doing it on Xbox, you could definitely do it on Sunday too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be able to do on Sunday. That's not a problem.
Okay,
Cool.
awesome. Well, you both have a great night, man. Sorry to kind of cut it short, but Cody, does Seth know if it's going to be able to go tomorrow, or are we just going to play it by ear?
It should definitely be tomorrow. I reached out to both of them, so Seth's in the
Okay.
chat now. But yeah, it should definitely be tomorrow. But I'll let you know one way or the other.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you guys have a
Okay.
great night, and thank you again for the opportunity, man. I appreciate it. Really enjoy it.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, man. Get some rest.
All right, see you
have a
guys.
good night.
All right, hey Yashi, do you want to do this next game with me? Naomi, I shot you an invite, by the way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you want to take the lead, and then I will, I'll do like the analyst for you.
All right. All right. Give me a moment. Let me just hold up.
Naomi says he needs a couple minutes. I'm gonna set my depth chart up real quick.
All right, you
What's
hear
up,
me?
Jordan? Yeah, I can hear you. Did you talk?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, my mic was having issues right there. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, that cover 4 matches gotta get better for sure. It has promise, but it just sometimes does not work out right.
Yeah, I feel like you said, like it works out great at some points, and there's just times where it's just like it just like messes up like completely.
Yeah, and I
I
think
don't
most of
know.
it has to do with the safeties, and most of it has to do with like post routes, I think,
Yeah, I believe so too.
or the press. You know what I mean?
Or even speed too, like
Yeah.
cause I know Tyreek Hill was making that look like a piece of cake.
Oh yeah. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Dez? Dez, are you on Xbox or are you on PlayStation? We could definitely play. I just don't know if we could play tonight.
How come the Browns wasn't able to make it?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard back from him yet. He's normally pretty on top of it too, so it must have been something happened or whatever. But we'll see. Yeah, he's normally pretty on top of things, so I was surprised. What's up, GC?
Yeah. I was
Dez,
surprised about that too.
Yeah. Dez, you're on PlayStation? Oh man, should have told me that. I could have jumped back on PlayStation. I'll have any dude. I think both of my. I'm not kidding. I think both of my controllers are broken for PlayStation. Like, I think I need to go get a new controller before Sunday or Saturday.
Hey,
Because
you might want to do that. You don't want to be hit sticking
You-
somebody and you
you
whip
see me do that a
a
couple
forfeit
times.
too.
you see that a couple times. I'm just hit sticking. And then the other time I threw it up to Devontae Adams. Did you see that? And I caught it at a walk-in touchdown, but it's just like he stops running. Like, I don't understand why he stops running, you know? It's just weird. It's just weird how I must have clicked the joysticks in too hard or something. I don't know. Dez, you qualified for the Classic as well. Dez, what do you run on offense? Do you mind if I ask? Do you run gun bunch by chance? Naomi, are you on yet or what? You want me to resend it? Match coverage can be cover 3, cover 4. There's also some cover 2 versions of it as well, Darren. Alright, here we go. We're ready. What's up, Matt? Sorry, man, I can't play it right now. You run bunch, Des? Oh, that's yes. We will definitely play tomorrow, then, my friend.
Oh, we got a bunch guy.
Des, do you run Seattle bunch? RC's been helping me a little bit with trips. Yashi's helping me prepare for every run in the game. Seth is helping me prepare for the Gatorade cooler. I'm messing with you, Seth. What's my thoughts on cover 2? You know what? That's a great question, Darren. I'm gonna let Yashi answer that. Yashi, what are your thoughts on cover 2 sync?
Honestly, I think cover 2 sync is really underrated. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes the vertical hooks, they match with like certain crossing routes. And sometimes they'll give up the route and pass it off to the other vertical route. I've seen it do it a couple of times on my end. I think the only issue with it is when you play cover 2 sync, when you have an outside receiver going up the field.
Yeah. Like the fades or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna turn over to you, Yashi. We're gonna play Naomi on Xbox One.
All right.
Oh, look at that stopping. That was crazy.
All right, guys. If you're tuning in right now, we have Cody versus Naomi on Xbox One, and Cody is, I believe, is starting out right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm white. He's green.
So let's see what Cody does offensively. I want to see what Naomi does defensively. You know, what does Naomi has in his bag of tricks to keep Cody from his explosive offense going down the field? I think the biggest question with Naomi is defensively, can you clutch up in the right situations? You know, can you keep up with Cody scoring wise? And are you able to come away with points when you're down in the red zone? As we're on first and 10 right here with Cody. He's doing PA boot over. He's looking down the field. He's looking, he has a lot of time, and he passes it to Tavon Austin. And right now we're in midfield. Seems like Cody is doing the PA boot over again. He's looking, and he scrambles for about 8 yards. So, seems like Cody is going to be using the PA boot over. Naomi's really struggling defensively right now to stay on top of that. Sorry about that, guys. My mic cut out for a moment. As Cody passes for 7 yards. And he motions across the field. And what a route to Devontae Adams by Cody. He steps out of bounds. I think Cody right here is very going down the field very methodically. As he motions over Valdez-Scantling. All right, and he throws it to Aaron Jones for a quick 6-yard gain. All right, he's no huddling. He's adjusting, and he throws it over to Valdez-Scantling again towards the out route.
I gotta get that converter before Saturday for Xbox too. I can't. I suck on Xbox. Just with the user.
All right, Cody stepping back. Seems like you have all day in there, Cody. All day, all day.
That's the Packers, man. That's David Bakhtiari doing his job. Okay, Yashi. So in this situation, you're going I-form wing stretch.
Yes. I would definitely go I-form wing stretch. See if you could work it towards the weak side. If he gives up the weak side. If he, for whatever reason, shifts over to the strong, you definitely want to run to the weak side.
We're going to trust you. Oh, you led me astray. I might not have cut it up. I probably should have
cut it up the field.
Yeah, I probably should have audibled over to that. What's up, Matt? What's up, Darren? What's up, Dez? Dez, we need to get some reps, my man. Shoot me a text if you want to get some reps on PlayStation with the bunch. That'd be great. Actually, in the process right now, I'm trying to find someone that runs a lot of bunch on me to get some prep.
Is he running gun bunch tight end as well? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Here we go.
Alright, let's see what you got defensively. And you're scrambling, and he passes the crosser. I think what's interesting to see is how dominant the crosser is, right? Like, just seeing like how meta-defining that one play is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's always one route that is like the route for the year. To me, it's the crosser. The year of the crosser. Oh, man, he torched it. Dang. Yeah, Naomi, I turned Naomi onto the bunch tight end, so it'll be interesting to see how he runs it.
Have you ever played anybody that like runs it consistently like you do?
I've never played someone that runs it as a primary offense. I've played a lot of people that will go to it situationally, but they don't really, you know what I mean? It's like you only have one play. But even situationally, it's still good. Like this, that was tight end corner right there. The biggest thing is that the match coverage doesn't always take the crossing right away. So I kind of have to deal with the crossing routes. So pretty much wherever Davante Adams goes is kind of where I need to hang out to. So like here he's going to come over on a slot, probably on a slant. I got to stay on him because of route tech. So then what I've got to do defensively is pretty much cross man. What I like to do, kind of something we were labbing up today a little bit, but I like to cross man onto one player on the strong side of the field out of cover 4 quarters, and I think it really does help the defense. And I just basically take care of anything from triangle. There you see it. Got it pretty good right there. And that, I mean, you got to live with that.
I saw you try that. I think, what was it? Cover 9, was it?
Yeah, it worked fine a couple of times. It's all right. I'm thinking about that against compression.
Yeah, I've heard cover 9 works pretty well against compression sets for whatever reason.
Yeah. What's up, Joseph? Coaching sessions are $35. $35 right now. Exclamation point coaching. But yeah. It's like here. I'm trying to think if you think about bunch tight end. There we go. That's exactly why you do that. If you think about bunch tight end, the biggest thing that you can do to take care of that outside receiver on the bunch side is man him up. Because if you think about the routes that he's going to go on, that makes a big difference. Here. There we go.
Yeah, that match coverage bagging, especially with the when you man them up, like it just completely switches the match principle.
Yeah,
It's very deceiving.
I think that's one of the key adjustments out of this is to make sure if you use that man coverage. When people do that to me, I just run forward and just hope. I think there's legitimately a read on P-Boot over there. Like, if you're sitting here, you see something like that, you just pop it out, and then that route right there should be open. I need to be able to catch that, but that to me, if you can master that crossing out middle read, I think that's also really huge for the offense, because a lot of people's solution will be just to blitz off the edge everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the
go.
other thing is, have you ever tried smart routing the outside receiver on his post?
Yeah, I have. I think that it works better if you smart route it. Part of the trick is, like, what do you think about the smart routed post versus the way it is?
I think if you have somebody like in that speed position, like it burns a lot of people for whatever reason. But you need to have speed. And then as we say that, he overthrows them.
And that's why I need to get a converter. Like, this is my defense right now for a bunch tight end. Just the quarters, and then I just man him up, and then I take... See that right there? There it is. I mean, it just takes that corner route away for the most part.
That's crazy what that does, all because of one little adjustment.
Yeah, for those of you guys in the chat, we were labbing this a little bit earlier today, and we noticed that a lot of the one-play touchdowns against cover 4 quarters, if you man up that blitzing linebacker, it becomes really, really hard to get those one-play touchdowns, and the match just plays much, much more the way it's supposed to, and as you can see here. What do I work on in 60 minutes? I worked on pretty much anything and everything that you want in a coaching session. So if you want to cover your specific scheme, if you don't want to use my schemes, that's completely fine. We work through your playbook and we kind of cover some different tips and strategies for that. If you do want to learn kind of what I do and why I do it, I obviously have a ton of information about that as well. We go through different strategies for your user, how to really, what we try to do is just cover whatever you want to cover. And then I also have some general things that I do, just to help kind of what I, if there's issues or anything like that. So most people that get coaching sessions come out of it a lot better than they came into it. So they get a lot out of it. So Yashi, are you still running 245 gap?
Yes, I am. I might go over to your defense from time to time, obviously, because definitely that really does bag. Like that really does bag. Like, especially because I have 3-3-5 wide in my playbook as well. So
yeah, it really does. You got the offense, Joseph? How's it been working for you, man? Yeah, that one little adjustment. See, it's all about, it's like the little things. Because if you think about every single route from bunch tight end that receiver is going to be on, man coverage pretty much take away all of it. Like if he has inside leverage. I think that playmaker is a lot better than I've given that credit for too.
Does it matter which receiver he's manned up on?
Yeah, see, I don't know that far yet. I think it doesn't. I think it's just as long as it's one of the people on that side, because that way, if they send any of them vertical, it's one less vertical player that the two have to take, so there's no switching that occurs. I'm pretty sure that that's accurate. Be really sure probably in a few days. Let's see if I can throw that. What's up, Dez? How do I beat cover 2 Sky? I haven't really played. Are you talking about cover 3 Sky?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like cover 2 Sky. Where's that? I start searching through the playbooks.
Let's say. All right, right here. This is a dot. Let's see if this works. Nope. It's my secret route right there, little en route. Dez, did you what offenses and defenses did you predominantly face in the Classic? Laser. High point passing curl routes in the red zone. Yashi, by the way, you told me you were going to give me some red zone stuff. What you got?
Alright. So, out of I-form wing, what people don't know is if you actually come out and there's a play called a PA, I think flood shot, or I think PA pulse shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If you put and I think this works out of any play, but for some reason it works better out of, like the bigger formations, like I-form wing, strong wing, single wing tight, stuff, formations like that. If you put the tight end like on a delay fade, which is technically what is that route? Like it's not a delay fade, but it's like it's still like it goes up and then cuts in.
Delay cross.
No. It's like a fade route
Oh,
basically. But
yeah. It's like a it's like a check release, but it's not a fade, but it's like an out. It really is more like a fade than the fade. You know what I mean? It's like a little. He kind of. I know what you're talking about. He kind of like circles up a little bit.
That route you can expose it in the red zone as well. So like if you just scramble out and they don't expect it, and it's zone, it insta hits, right? You just insta hit them quickly. If it's man, you wait for the guy to the spy, whoever's man up on you to chase you. You give it to him, he's free in the end zone as well.
Interesting.
So that's a quick way. Like if you're like at the 3 or 2 yard line.
Interesting.
Another thing I like to do is like if you come out of like a spread set, like you usually like to do like it looks like because you like to pass, right?
Right.
So like another thing you can do is if you have some type of like quarterback draw within your playbook, you could definitely like come on like a 5 wide or a 4 wide set and just like quarterback draw like right down the middle. Oh, what a route! What a pick! Oh, that was delayed for me.
Are you watching through the Discord?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that's weird.
Nah, I thought it was a pick, but it was the one you just sent for the 2-point conversion. I thought it was a pick, but he actually didn't pick it off. It just hit him like ran the helmet.
3-5 wide and bunch and trips tight end. People come in PA boot on 4th though. That's what Des said about the Classic. That's what you ran up against a lot. Oh dang. Oh, nice quick snap. Oh, Kenny Clark, make a play, buddy. That's the one bad thing about the... Like, if you're playing PA boot over, I feel like you need to use with this side guy. So that you can leave that middle linebacker on his 3 rack, and he'll just take things away. Maybe, or not. Dang, that route is so tough. When it happens to you, it's so tough.
Yeah.
That's all you played and you went 5-1? When they would go to bunch tight end, would they just run PA boot over? Oh, that's me. I'm stuck. I'm so stuck. Oh, I got so stuck. Dang it. Classic Xbox. Can I catch in real life? Yeah. Played running back, bro. She told the chat.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one zone, quarter flat, curl flat, or seam flat, what would you pick and why?
Oh man, it gotta be the seam flat.
The seam flat.
The seam flat plays very like the soft squat zone back in Madden 20. Like it plays in between coverages, so like you can't tell if it's dropping down, and you can't tell if it's like dropping back either. Like it just stays in that sweet spot. And then if you have a safety in that seam flat position, right? If they have the height and the jumping attribute for it, they could snag anything over them. So they get in that sweet spot between like the hash mark and then going into the like an out route, or like going to like a comeback route, or even post routes. Like if somebody's going on a post route over the middle, sometimes they'll play the inside hip of that receiver, and then they'll still pass them off to the guy who's originally on them.
Yeah, I've been messing around a little bit with the seam flat out of the quarters. It's the quarters doesn't naturally have a seam flat, but since you gave me that piece of advice, and I already knew because I was running a lot of Mike Blitz 3, which is seam flat based. Kind of testing that out a little bit against some of these offenses, and I don't know, I haven't used it enough to know how big of a difference it makes, but I'm sure that it makes a big difference. Let's see here. Running around. Because I would be interested, have you played much, speaking of that, have you played much cover 3 match? Like out of the zone blitz, like Mike Blitz 3 or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely Mike Blitz 3. Yeah, because that's kind of like what people are looking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like people don't know what to do when you run on them out of it. Because what I was running into the classic a lot was, they set up the standard user rush blitz out of Mike Blitz 3, and then they're like a sitting duck when I just ran ISO down the middle, and they're just wondering like, okay, how do I stop this?
Right.
So I think a lot of people are prepared for the pass, but I think not too many people are actually prepared for the run in the classic actually.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Wait, that's crazy how you swatted that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was wild. What's up, Matt610? How you doing, man? Chatting in the chat. Alright, so explain to me this right here, Yashi. How do you set your pass protection up at a bunch tight end? Do you have any tips for me? I tend to struggle
Pass
in this
protection?
area. Yeah.
So double block your running back real quick.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna double team the furthest outside guy.
Okay.
And that is all. And then you're gonna rotate, and you're gonna obviously like roll out towards the right side.
Oh, you got me sacked, man. So basically, it's a double team the outside guy. You don't ID anybody?
No. You only ID somebody when you expect that somebody's gonna blitz you real hard.
So inquiring minds want to know, how do you pick up the double A gap blitz?
Which blitz? The mid blitz?
Yeah.
Well, if they're sending 6, you could very just easily just block the running back, right?
Right.
But the issue that people run into is it's kind of like a user blitz as well. Is somebody like me, what I do is, if you realize that the running back is blocking, then I just take my user and I blitz you myself.
Right.
So then
So
it
it's
becomes
really
a 7-man blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then that's when it becomes a numbers game. right? So like, all right, if you're blocking a running back and now you block the tight end to block my user, but then I blitz the person on the tight end, well, it's still gonna come in.
Right. So here's seam flats. I think you definitely want to bring your safeties down in the box a little bit on quarters. Oh, look at that coverage. Look at that coverage. Oh, man.
That wasn't picked. Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Like
that would kill me.
perfect defensive call.
That would hurt me if that was like 4th and 5.
I know. That was an inside quarter, I believe, or that was a seam flat.
Yeah, the seam flats get really glitchy.
Let's see how I don't know how they do against the running back though. I'm adjusting the crap out of this quarter's defense though. Oh, look at that! It took care of the out route. That was what RC threw me. You're here from Argentina, Matt? Man, that's crazy. What is Argentina like? What time is it there? Yashi, what time is it where you're at?
It's 11:53. I'm in the East Coast.
Oh, okay. So we're on the same time zone then. There. Look at that. Look at those seam flats just lurk on things.
And then they actually like bail back sometimes.
They like slip back on like corner routes and stuff.
Yeah, like right there you saw like he playmaker, or like I think no, one of them went up the field and actually backed up towards him.
Oh, good D by me. Let's go.
That's good defense.
It's 2 a. Oh, it's only 2 a.m. You're only 2 hours difference from us? That's crazy. I thought you'd be a lot more different than that. Yashi, have you tried the block and release crossing route to the tight end?
Yeah, that's glitchy too.
Like, look how good it is against man. Like, I think it's better than the delay fade. The only problem is it doesn't get upfield as much. But like pretty much any flood to the left side, you'll see I'll almost always put him on a delay cross. And I think what I'm going to start doing is literally just instantly releasing it. Because like they just, like, look at that.
That's
Tunyon.
crazy.
Tunyon.
If only Tunyon was faster, right? Like,
oh man. My man Dez in the chat. So Dez runs New York Jets bunch. Like, look at that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what it does to his user. It like just holds him in the middle. He won't move, which opens up the outside.
Yeah, New York Jets bunch offense is actually really good.
Jets dig.
Like,
then you've got what are some other plays out of the New York Jets bunch?
I don't know, cause it's been a while since I checked their playbook actually.
So are you thinking
I've
of
never
running?
ran their playbook.
Are you thinking of running Seattle, or are you thinking of running West Coast?
I might actually come out in West Coast just because it's something that I'm really more confident in.
Yeah, more reps. That's my thing. Like, I could run the Raiders book, and I was probably gonna do that, but the problem is, if I just don't have enough reps in the other sets from that playbook, and like between now and the Classic, I'm not gonna get. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There it is again, man. The delay drag, man. Tell you what, I stumbled. Almost every good thing I've learned about Madden. This is crazy. Almost every good thing that I like I don't mean like really, really good thing, I've learned from either labbing, studying somebody else, or stumbled upon it. One of those three things. Like either watching somebody play and just seeing, oh, look at that adjustment they made, I'll try that, or oh, why would they do it like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking to people like you, talking to people in the chat, playing people and losing, right? Or just you and me or somebody being in practice mode and just studying the game a little bit. That's how it's how you have to have a meta to have a counter meta. You know what I mean? It's like you have to have a dominant play so that then you can learn how to counter that. Without a dominant play, you can't have that,
You know what's crazy about what you're saying right now, too? I think that ties back into, like, what also you're comfortable with, right? Like, and I was talking, when I was talking like, with Glenn and when we were commentating, the question is, like, would you rather run something on offense that you're comfortable with, or would you rather run something on offense that's meta, right?
Right.
And if the answer to that question for you, like if you're in the chat right now, is I'm comfortable with what I run, and that could be anything, right? Like let's say you're the most magnificent I-form wing player known to man, right? Why stray away from that offense and go to something that's meta when you could probably do more damage out of that offense? I mean, it's something you specialize in. It's something that you're good with.
Right. And most people are innovative on one side of the ball, but not necessarily both.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you be a really big time innovator in the run game, but where innovation happens, you have to understand the innovation behind it. And normally, there's a phrase that I really, really believe in. It says, "The mother of innovation is necessity."
Yeah.
And so you've got to have something, right, that causes you. So, like for example, this year, one of the features in the game that has caused the innovation to need to occur is zone drops. Like, what route can I find that always beats a zone drop, right? So for this year, that's the corner route. That's the corner route from bunch, from Z-spot, or from curl flat corner, right?
Yeah.
So then you've got that, and so then the question to the defense now shifts and says, okay, now I've got to adjust to that corner route because that corner route is going to consistently beat me no matter what I do. So what do I do? Well, that's where we institute, match coverage, and now that match coverage can stop corner routes, but now, what can the match being part of what in another little quick thing that I feel like, and I want to get your thoughts on this because I think we've talked about this a little bit, but part of it is also knowing whenever you're building your scheme, even if you take it from somebody else and you make it your own, part of the true testament of a good Madden player, or even just a good schemer on any level of football, is where your problems are and how to fix those problems. Like, I know that I'm going to struggle against this, and this, and this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right there, I didn't know against Trips right that the running back was going to get matched up on the 3-rack, right? I thought the quarter flat would guard him. Didn't happen. So now next time I see that formation, I've got to adjust to that. You know what I mean? So, anyway, knowing how to fix the problems. Like, for the longest time, you were a big proponent of running the 3-4 odd.
And I still run it.
Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing about it, right? Like, once something becomes your formation, something that you not only lab and practice, but it's kind of like, second nature at that point, right?
Right.
It's like, it shouldn't matter if you haven't used it in forever, because the moment you go back into it, you're gonna get the same results.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where I'm at defensively, right? Like, I think you haven't even seen my dollar defense yet, which I have that to a T. Like, the only reason I don't run it is because a lot of this year and this year's Madden is people going to 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end. So, like, if I come on a dollar, I'm just going to get, you know, the weak box situation where my guys get pancaked, right?
Right.
So I can't run it like I want to this year. But
only really run it situational. Yeah.
But I've been comfortable with 3-4 odd for the longest, right? It's a very simple defense, right? There's what, 4 linebackers, 3 down linemen, 4 DBs. You know, if you want to send the blitz all your linebackers. You have 7 people blitzing.
Right.
You know, you take simple stuff like that and you work around it. I think, like you said, like when you're an innovator and you know what you're doing, you know, defensively and offensively. Like offensively, like I'm not the greatest passer in the world. Like straight up, I'm just not. Like if I could run the ball 40 times a game, then I will. Right? So this is why I'm really great when it comes to like I form close, I form slot close, you know, strong wing, you know, I form wing, single back wing tight, you know, a lot of the heavier formations. Now out of the passing stuff, you know, I'm only gonna do so much, right? So I gotta stick with what I'm comfortable with, right? So if I'm in like coming this weekend with the Madden Classic, I'm not gonna come out of nowhere and go into gun bunch tight end and just run it all game, like,
Right.
because then at the end of it all, it's gonna mess me up.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna make that mistake. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like it's whether you run bunch, you run trips, you run strong wing, whatever it comes down to. At the end of the day, I really believe it's all about execution. Executing and also being able to, again, know where your issues lie, so that you can be prepared when the defense takes away your number one play.
Mm-hmm. Going back to that number one play, like you said, like for you, it's that corner route. I know for me, it's been the wheel route from the running back with the flat route from the tight end, or like some receiver on the same side as the running back. Doesn't matter what zone you're in, what zone adjustments you're in. You could be a 5-yard hard flats or 20-yard curl flats. It will never guard that wheel route ever with that combo.
Yeah,
So like
flat just pulls it.
So like, and then you take something like that and you start from there.
Right. What's up, Bully? What's up, Foz the Boss? Foz the Boss says like we should run Las Vegas Playbook. And that's the thing. I ran it for a little bit, but just I needed tight end corner. I feel like people don't realize how critical of a piece of the bunch tight end offense that tight end corner plays. Because if you think about the adjustments, you're so used to the post route coming from the X receiver, and then the crossing route coming from the other receiver, but the inside receiver of the bunch, there's really nothing that you ever have to worry about because of the routes that most people run. It's just a drag route,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Whereas when you have tight end corner, not only do you have another route that you can run, or another threat out of that bunch, but you also have another corner route or another route that can beat every zone in the game. Every single zone in the game is going to get beat by that corner or by that post route as long as you smart route it. You know, and it beats man in regs. It may not always beat man in MUT, but in regs for the most part that route will beat man to man consistently. Now, granted, that's a route that oftentimes they're going to use her, but if you pair that post route with a curl flat concept or a option concept, option route on the right, you can kind of piece things and build around that route. Is what I'm saying. You know.
And that's the thing, and that's what why certain formations become meta, right?
Right.
If you look at gun trips tight end, I mean, there's a reason why that's so meta right now. It's so meta defining. Like if you look at the corner from the tight end, smart route, it becomes that sharper, kind of like a. It doesn't even become like a corner route at that point. It looks more like a slant, but going towards the outside.
Yeah.
And it gets into a sweet spot of every zone and destroys every man coverage.
Yep. Well, and that's the whole point of the inside switch play of the bunch tied in, that same idea. So, anyways, well, Yashi, thanks for being on tonight. We'll definitely have to do this again. Guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that. We're going to be getting some games in tomorrow. Des, hit me up via text message. I'd like to set something privately up with you on the bunch side of things, because that's one of the main formations I'm trying to prepare for over the course of the next couple days. We've got countdown is here, man. And I mean, I don't know about if I speak for myself here, but Yashi, I bet I can vouch for both of us. We feel the pressure of preparing for the Classic. We feel the pressure of locking in and making sure that we make every minute that we have in preparation count as we prepare for this tournament, because it's not just enough to qualify. You want to go win it. And so we're going to leave it all out on the virtual gridiron as we prepare for this stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest takeaway from it all, even from this qualifier, was we're going to run into a lot of weird things that we've never seen before, and you just try your best to stay in contact with it all and not try to let anything fly by under the radar.
Yep, 100%. It's gotta come down to you're gonna get the gauntlet. So, well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching tonight. We're gonna have some good stuff for you tomorrow. We're hoping to have Glenn and Yashi back on to be able to cast the Super Bowl championship, obviously the AFC championship as well. But thanks for watching tonight, guys. If you want to get any of the ebooks, there in the description, there's got some good stuff in there. The bunch offense is in there, the 3-3-5 wide defense is in there as well as some other stuff from New England that I was doing earlier in the season. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, be sure to hit me up via text message. Also they're in the description as well if you want to check those out. Thanks for your time tonight, guys. Thank you, Yashi, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, anytime, Cody, anytime. Thank you so much for having me on the stream, guys.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night, Yashi.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us tonight. Be sure to say thanks to Yashi and Glenn in the chat for their work, and we'll